Let's go to Reuben in Lewisham. Good evening.
Good evening, Tanya. I'm employed by a company working as a field service engineer. I have no fixed place of work, so I travel to customer premises daily. My contracted hours are from 8 until 5. However, my employer, as well as the customer, have expectation for me to be on site. So they disregard the travel time. They assume that should be part, I believe that should be part of my working day. However, they expect me to travel outside of these hours.
Okay.
And spend, yeah.
Right. This is a very common issue, Reuben. And I know Reuben's not your name. You've asked us not to use your real name.
Sure.
So if you worked in an office, you'd have to travel outside strict working hours, wouldn't you?
Sure, yes.
So what makes you think that you have a magic right to not have to count travel time as to not have to engage in travel time outside your contracted hours just because you work as a field service engineer rather than in an office?
Because if I was working, say, in an office, I could perhaps consider moving closer to the office or near a train line.
Okay, well, how far do you have to travel as a field service engineer? Presumably there's a maximum distance.
Well, coming week, it will be 6 hours, so 3 hours there and back. 6
Okay,
hours round
that's a
trip.
long commute. I mean, that's actually quite unreasonable to ask you to do that in a day. I think that's the real issue, isn't it? That they're asking you to commute too far. But the answer to your question, is that commuting time counts for the purpose of the hours you work when working out if you are working more than the average 48 maximum hour week. So you do factor those hours in when working out whether you've worked a 48-hour week, because you're not meant to work more than an average 48 hours a week. But it doesn't count for the purpose of salary legally. So it doesn't count for the purpose of you getting paid more, unless your contract says you're entitled to be paid for that travel time.
No, it doesn't say that, and I don't get paid any of that.
Then you're not, I'm afraid, Reuben.